Okay, hi everyone. Takes a minute to figure out if you're really on here or not. Um, so, welcome. Welcome to the Wellness Gala page, Wellness Gala Plus series. I have a little cheat sheet here I have to read from. My name is Meryl Hayton, and I'm a transformational coach. I do primarily help women prioritize themselves and help them find emotional balance, confidence, and fulfillment in their lives. Um, and I'm also a yoga teacher. So, between all of my tools, which is creating mindfulness in people's lives, teaching yoga, teaching meditation. One of my main tools that I use in my coaching practice is EFT tapping. So that's what we are going to learn in a little bit tonight, but we're going to have a little discussion first about um, the theme tonight is I am enough, right? So basically, the bottom line is can you go to your mirror right now, look at yourself in the mirror, and confidently and happily say, I love you, and really mean it and really feel it in your heart? So, some of us might feel that in some areas in our lives, and then might not feel it in other areas in our lives, right? And then there's some people that just in general don't feel it at all. Um, and I think for me, years ago, I felt really confident in my career that I had. And there were other areas, like in my relationships with men, um, and what really boiled down to was like the relationship with myself, how I felt about my body, and things like that, where I didn't really feel like I loved myself. So I didn't feel that worthy to receive love and, um, you know, uh, I mean, if I can go back to dating again, like date the right men and things like that. So over time, I just wanted to always figure out how to love and accept myself more, and change the negative thinking that I've had in my head to positive thinking and just being in general in an overall happier mood. Um, so I sought out over time, therapists, and then it was inspirational books, and and then that led me to become a yoga teacher, and then eventually a transformational coach. So I've done my own coaching programs, and I've had my own personal coaches as well. So that's kind of a little bit about my background, and how I got to be here today. And for a while, I've been teaching workshops on helping people create self love for themselves. Um, so, what does it feel like when you feel sometimes you don't even know that you feel unworthy, really, but uh, you know that you might not love yourself enough, or you might not honor yourself in certain situations. Like maybe you don't honor your health, so you have some bad habits around your health. Um, Maybe in your relationships, you choose the wrong people, right? Or the wrong people choose you. And it's kind of like a habitual pattern. Maybe you have a job where you don't feel fulfilled because you don't feel worthy to get the right training, or worthy to make more money and to ask for a raise. Or if you're a coach like me, sometimes coaches don't charge enough. They don't feel, they feel like they're in um, a healing career where they should almost do it for free, right? But we deserve, we deserve to charge for what we do. So there's many different ways that you can feel unworthy. And when it's chronic, when you're in a chronic state of negativity and I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, I don't do enough, right? That can create poor health, It can create us to have low energy. You feel that maybe you're sad and depressed a lot, or you feel stuck in your life, in certain areas in your life. Um, what else? I have some notes here. Um, and then you might also just stay small in certain ways, right? Like you don't think big or dream big, and because you just don't believe that it could happen. You live in a victim mentality some of the time, or maybe all of the time, where you feel that life is happening to you instead of life happening for you. Um, and you settle for mediocrity, right, in certain areas in your life. Um, so you just settle for the job that's okay and the relationship that's okay, and right, um, and maybe you avoid or ignore or suppress your feelings, right? So maybe you're angry or disappointed or have resentment about your past, and you just avoid those feelings, but you might be covering them up with bad habits, right? And it could be food, it could be alcohol, it could be smoking, whatever. Or maybe it's bad relationships, right? You just keep filling yourself up with bad relationships, or just being busy in general. Maybe it's you take care of other people, like you have kids and a family, and you're just always doing for other people, and there just isn't time to think about yourself. Well, I feel like you can make the time if you want to, but um, you just avoid. You just avoid it, right? So energetically, I just want you to imagine that we have these barriers, these energetic barriers that are around our body. Excuse me. When we're in that stuck victim mentality of unworthiness and there's a lot of negativity going on in your head, you're creating these solid energetic boundaries that are around your body. So if you're in that negative state and you say to yourself, I want to go on a vacation, or I want to make more money, or I want to have a better relationship, the resources and the new ideas and the new opportunities and the miracles and the manifesting is not necessarily going to happen. It may happen in small little steps, but it's not going to be the big shift that you're looking for, because your energy is blocked to receive those, right, those gifts. So what is it like for someone who really truly loves themselves and accepts themselves on all levels, right? Usually they feel very fulfilled, right? Their life is happier, their mood is more in balance, and they can handle stress better. So their relationships are more fulfilling. They probably make more money. They have a fulfilling job. They know what their purpose is. They know who they are, right? They know what their values are. They know what their boundaries are. They set and keep healthy boundaries in their relationship with themselves and the relationship with others. What else? Their health is probably better, right? They have more clarity in their mind so that they can be more productive in their lives. And they feel more grounded and present on a regular basis, and not, the person that is unworthy or not feeling enough or not loving themselves might be overthinking a lot, and you're in your mind a lot, and you're comparing yourself a lot to the external world, like the stuff that's around you, instead of just the person who feels worthy and loves themselves and accepts themselves, feels it and knows it and embodies it on the inside. So there isn't the need to grasp for the food or the cigarettes, right? The habitual bad patterns, or the just settling for mediocrity, or continuous dating of the wrong people, or keeping too busy to avoid their feelings. They're usually more in check with their feelings, and find it easier to express their feelings. And they just are more grounded, right, in knowing who they are, knowing what they are, knowing their identity, and knowing how they serve that in the world. So, really knowing what their purpose is, what they're passionate about. So, being in that more positive state on a regular basis is definitely going to improve your mood, improve your confidence and your self-esteem, and it's going to make you feel more fulfilled overall, and you will also improve your immune system too, because when you have the constant negativity going on, it releases negative hormones that can lower your immune system, which will then create poor health for you, right? So if you're always feeding your body with more positive thoughts, and the story in your head is more positive, then you're going to set off positive hormones in your body that will then in turn help keep your circulation going, help keep your blood flow going, help keep your energy moving through your body. So it all improves your immune system. Who wouldn't want that, right? So how do we get from unworthy and lack of self-love to feeling worthy, feeling enough, I am enough, doing enough, and loving and accepting yourself, right? Really being able to do that exercise, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, I love you, right? So how do you get from A to B? Well, first you have to know that there's certain areas in life that you're lacking, that you feel a lack in, right? So once you have the awareness, then you have to seek out help. And that can be reading inspirational books. It can be finding inspirational support groups through meetups or in your community. It can be, if it's feeling lack in your business, you can find support groups that are like-minded people and colleagues, for your business. Listening to inspirational podcasts, joining book clubs. I mean, researching like what you can do to make you feel happier. If you're not sure what you're passionate about, or there are things that you used to be passionate about and you don't have the time for anymore, maybe you can find a way to make the time. Let me just see if there's anything else I wanted to say on that. Yeah, I mean, finding therapists, like I said, I did that, and coaches. Now, I have a daily routine that I do for myself, which is I journal, I meditate, I do some form of exercise every day, whether it's walking, light toning exercises, and I'm also a yoga teacher, so I also practice a lot of yoga. And I do love to dance, and I like to sing karaoke, although the karaoke's been mainly shut down since COVID, but I'm hoping to get back to that sometime. But, find out things that you're passionate about, and don't be afraid to try new things. What else? That's basically it. So I'm going to go into talking about, so the most profound tool that I use in my coaching practice, as I said, is EFT tapping. And what EFT tapping is I'll go over what it is. So it's been something that's been around for many, many years, since the 60s, and there's been a bunch of different people that have muscle tested, just like you have the needles that acupuncturists use in your energy meridian points to help free up your energy and help heal your body. It's the same thing. We tap on, using our fingertips, energy meridian points that help to bring in circulation into our body, help to bring in blood flow, help to bring in healing, And if whatever issue you have, you can, it helps to, the tapping can help awaken your issue of whatever it is. It could be chronic pain. It can be, we're doing, unworthiness tonight. Um, it can be anything. It can be you have blocks around making money. You have an event from your past that you can't get over. Anything. And we tap on certain energy meridian points, and you say phrases, psychological phrases, as you tap, and it helps to awaken your issue and then neutralize it, so you don't have that emotional charge to the issue anymore. Sometimes new issues can be quickly released with one tapping sequence, and sometimes issues that you've had for a really super long time, there's layers in those issues that need to be addressed, one layer at a time, one emotion at a time, until you get down to the root. So sometimes that can be a longer process. So I've been using EFT tapping for about 3 years. I learned it in my coaching program, and actually next week, I'm very excited to say that I'm going to start my master practitioner training next week. So I'm very excited about that. It is something that I use for myself. So if I wake up in the morning and I'm overthinking something or feel a little anxious about something, I'll do a tapping sequence, and it quickly neutralizes and resets my energy system, calms my nervous system, and immediately I can meditate right after that, or I can just be more focused and go about my day. And then tapping before you go to bed is amazing. So if you struggle sleeping, tapping before you go to bed really calms your nervous system down, so it prepares you for a better sleep. So there's really so many benefits to EFT tapping. So EFT means Emotional Freedom Technique. And like I said, it's been around since the 60s, and I've been working alongside the founder of EFT tapping, is Gary Craig. He's out of California, and I'm in his membership program. But he did not trademark the original EFT. So there's a million people out there that have their own way and their own structures and programs of EFT. He has now created Optimal EFT, which is a spiritual connected type of a healing practice, where you call in a higher power to help you with the healing of other people's issues. And so I kind of have my own way of doing it. So we're going to do traditional tapping tonight. And then at the end, I'm going to bring in some of my own energy healing. So that's kind of, my way of doing it. And I'm sure after my next training that I'm going to, shift it a little bit too. But all right, so I have to put my glasses on here so that I can read my sheet. So I'll just go through, I'm just going to move my screen here a little bit. I'm just going to go through the tapping points. So we start on the karate chop side of the hand here, and you can do either both sides of the hand together, you can turn it, or you can take the fingers of one hand and tap with the fingertips on the side of the hand. You always start with this karate chop point, and you say your catchphrase. Like, so even though I have pain in my shoulder, I still love and accept myself fully. Right? Even though I have this event from my past, I still love and accept myself fully. And you start with the catchphrase, you say it 3 times, and then you move on to the other points. And the other points are top of the head, right? It can be anywhere really on the top of the head, doesn't have to be a specific spot. I'm just going to take my glasses off for a second. It's inside the eyebrows, right where the tip of the eyebrow starts. 2 fingers in there, outsides of the eyes. You can use, I'm using my dominant hand. If you want, you can use both hands on both sides. It's up to you. Underneath the eyes, 1 hand under the nose, 1 hand on the chin. You can do all 4 fingers under the collarbone, the skin under the collarbone, or what I like to do is a gentle fist right where you have those two bones, there's a little V underneath, and you can do a gentle tapping with a gentle fist here. And then under the arm, it's right where your breastbone meets your ribs, and tapping there. So those are the main points that I use. There are some other points that are on your fingers and your wrist, under your breastbone, that some other people use, but these are the main points that I use. I'm going to guide you through the whole sequence, and you should be able to just close your eyes and follow along. And I want you to try to really embody the phrases that I'm saying. Now, some of the phrases, because this is a general script that I've created for the general public and not specific to your issue, if you know who's ever watching, there might be phrases in here that don't resonate with you specifically, but just say it anyway for the greater good of the world, right? Because the other people that are watching here might have that issue, and everybody can kind of benefit from each other. So it's really good to just say it anyway, even if it doesn't really resonate with you. And I think that's really it. So we're going to get started by just relax back in your seat and take a deep breath in. Right, and a big exhale out. I just want you to close your eyes for a moment and think about a part of your life where you feel like you are not enough, where you're struggling with moving forward, moving on, or letting go of someone or something. Right? Or thinking about that exercise I said of looking at yourself in the mirror and being able to say, I love you. So I want you to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 your feeling of unworthiness. So 10 being the worst, 1 being the least. So you want to create a baseline of where you're starting at. And then you do the tapping sequence, and then we check in afterwards. So I'm going to put my glasses on again. Right, so you could always write this down, or you can, or you can comment. Not that I can see the comments, but you can always comment after. All right, so we're going to get started. Tapping on the side of your hand, and you just repeat after me and go along with it. Even though I'm afraid I'm not good enough, I choose to love and accept myself fully. Taking my bracelet off. Even though I'm afraid I'm not good enough, I choose to love and accept myself unconditionally. And even though I'm afraid I'm not good enough, I choose to find peace and confidence now. Just release this for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Big sigh out. And then you'll tap the top of your head. I have all these beliefs I am wrong. Inside the eyebrows. I have all these beliefs that suggest I am less than other people. Outside the eyes. I don't feel I add value to anything. Underneath the eyes. I don't do anything meaningful. Underneath the nose. I'm sad and depressed sometimes because of these limiting beliefs. On the chin. Things just seem to work out better for others, but not me. Under the collarbone. I'm always thinking about what other people are saying about me. Underneath the arm. I'm always criticizing myself. Top of the head. I'm always comparing myself to others. Inside the eyebrows. It brings up all these negative feelings. Outside the eyes. I just don't feel like I'm deserving of a better life. Underneath the eyes. I feel I'll never succeed. Under the nose. I feel I'll never have enough friends. On the chin. Never have enough money. Underneath the collarbone. I'm not pretty enough. Underneath the arm. I'm not funny enough. Top of the head. I feel my opinions don't matter. Inside the eyebrows. I feel rejected and I don't belong. outside the eyes. It makes me feel lonely. Underneath the eyes. I'm a disappointment. Under the nose. I don't deserve anything good. On the chin. I still love and accept myself fully. And just take a deep breath. Big exhale out. Under the collarbone. I think I have to do more to feel enough. Underneath the arm. I have to help others. Top of the head. Make more money. Inside the eyebrows. Get married. Outside the eyes. Get validation from others. Underneath the eyes. Have a nicer car or a bigger house. Under the nose. I don't feel I accomplish enough and should be doing more. On the chin. I make mistakes and judge myself. Under the collarbone. It makes me hold on to the feeling of not being good enough. Under the arm. I feel what I say doesn't matter. Top of the head. I still love and accept myself fully. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. Inside the eyebrows. Why do I dwell on this, on my mistakes? Outside the eyes. I wonder if this is 100% true. Underneath the eyes. Is anyone perfect? Under the nose. Do we have to be perfect? On the chin. Why would I feel this need to be perfect? Under the collarbone. Would I be okay if I wasn't? Under the arm. It's exhausting to be perfect all the time. Top of the head. I still love and accept myself fully. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. Inside the eyebrows. I know I can shift these feelings. Outside the eyes. I know I can shift this energy. Underneath the eyes. I'm open to receiving new information. Under the nose. I'm open to listening to my own wisdom. On the chin. I'm willing to let these unworthy feelings go. Under the collarbone. And experience something new. They are just thoughts, not truths. Under the arm. I see the signs showing me to let go of feeling less than. Top of the head. All these lies. I'm unworthy and don't measure up. It's just not true. Inside the eyes, the eyebrows. I may not be performing at my highest level. Outside the eyes. It's not because I'm not good enough. Underneath the eyes. It's because I doubt that I'm good enough. And I hold myself back. Under the nose. I still love and accept myself fully. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. On the chin. I will knock that off. Under the arm. I'm just as deserving as anyone else. Top of the head. I know nothing is too good for me. Inside the eyebrows. I know I'm okay just the way I am. Outside the eyes. I'm plenty good enough. Underneath the eyes. I was put here on this planet and have gifts to share. Under the nose. I'm smarter now and think much better of myself. On the chin. I believe in myself. Under the collarbone. I'm clearing this nonsense at a cellular level from my past events where it was suggested I wasn't good enough. Under the arm. I'm clearing all misconceptions, all misunderstandings made by people who didn't know they were good enough. Top of the head. I'm realizing how awesome I am in body, mind, and spirit. Inside the eyebrows. I'm perfectly imperfect just as I am. Outside the eyes. I still love and accept myself fully. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. Under the eyes. I'm doing the best I can. Under the nose. I continue to grow and evolve. On the chin. I choose to release the feelings of unworthiness. Under the collarbone. I choose to be okay with what is. Under the arm. I allow myself to feel good enough. Top of the head. I've done many good things. Inside the eyebrows. I take care of my friends and family. Outside the eyes. I do my best at work. Underneath the eyes. I see the beauty in me. Under the nose. I have a gift to share. On the chin. I have lots to share with the world. Underneath the collarbone, I care for myself in a way that supports my highest good. Underneath the arm, I honor me and only have people around me who honor me. Almost done. Top of the head, it's okay, body. I'm here for you. Inside the eyebrows, I'm worthy of receiving abundance. Outside the eyes, I hold myself in reverence. Underneath the eyes, I am worthy. Underneath the nose, I am enough. On the chin, I am more than enough. Underneath the collarbone, I love and accept myself fully. One more time, under the arm, I love and accept myself fully. So just release here. Deep breath in. Big exhale out. All right, maybe 2 more times. Deep breath in and big exhale out. And just pause for a moment and notice what you feel. Right? You might be feeling a heightened sense of awareness at all of the tapping points. You might be feeling a little lightheaded in your head. I always recommend that you drink a lot of water whenever you're doing any sort of energy healing. And now notice, when we started the tapping, you created your scale of 1 to 10. So whatever number you're at, you were at, notice where you are now. Notice the shift. Right? Hopefully your number went down. So that's what I have for you today. If you have any questions at all about the tapping or what I offer, just comment below. You can find me in the directory at wellnessgala.com, and get in touch with me, find all my information there. I hope that you found this tool to be effective and as profound as I think it is. And I hope that you have an amazing night and that you sleep well. Thank you for watching the Wellness Gala Plus series. And please visit wellnessgala.com for more information, right, on anything that we have. All right? Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.